So there you go, and there you have it. That is how you do jerk chicken from shop bought stuff with preparation, and then obviously the preparation for the fresh rice and peas. It's weird it is. It takes 900 million hours to prep it, and then it takes half the amount of that time to cook it and 2 minutes to eat it. And then you start again the next day with different stuff. Hopefully it'll be nice with the fufu. I've never had rice, peas, fufu and jerk chicken together, but it could be a nice thing. The only one way to find out is to try it, which I will do. Although my original idea was to do the fufu like a pudding sort of thing, not so much like a porridge like it can be done, but maybe give the fufu a bit of a nicer flavour, and then you can just pick at it and eat it. I bet that would be nice. I'd have to try that, and then if it works out good, I will do it as a video anyway. But come to the other side of the stuff, with the epilepsy, like my daughter asked me that question. That's only part of it. It's a hell of a lot to do the things where epilepsy is concerned, and none of it's ever good. It's all awkward. If we're not stigmatised, we're stereotyped. If we're not stereotyped, everyone thinks it's all the same thing. And if it's not all the same thing, everyone, just because we look okay, everyone thinks that we're okay and all that, but we're actually faking being well rather than faking being ill. And a lot of people out there don't get it because society scrutinising the complaint, and they don't actually give the full thing. Someone said to me the other day, a friend said that even when he's like a voluntary carer, and the first thing they tell him about epilepsy is shaking and flashing lights. And if you want to know a little secret, that's actually not even half of the people with epilepsy, about a third without that type of epilepsy, if that. There are lots of different types of epilepsy out there, and there are lots of different types of seizures. Unfortunately, I got a few different types of seizures and an awkward epilepsy that gives me the full bang. As for other things, it's just I started doing this to inspire other epileptics and also show that we're not all idiots. We can do some stuff, but the government won't allow us, and then obviously when we get put on disability, because obviously people don't want to hire us because we're classed as a risk, and all that sort of stuff where jobs are concerned, it's hard to get one. It comes to a point where even alcoholics and druggies get more than what we do. And one of the drugs that helps most people with epilepsy, they can't have it because it's supposedly illegal. It's a pain in the ass. It's a no-win-win situation, so that's why I'm doing this, and I'll tell you more about the epilepsy side of things as we go along as well. And you'll see more things cooking as well. I do like cooking my spicy stuff and all that sort of stuff, and curries and you name it. I'll try and give everything a go, although I did want to stick to the Afro-Caribbean cuisine, but I think there's only so much Afro-Caribbean stuff you can do. I mean, I know there's a hell of a lot more than what I've done so far, but I think once I've done this, I'll just try and see, hopefully I'll get better equipment sorted out, and then I'll do a ground beef curry. That's a nice Caribbean dish. And then obviously we'll move on to doing stuff like oxtail, and then pineapple rice, and so on. It's all very good and interesting, I do like it. Funnily enough, I don't really like my national food in the UK. I think it's boring and plain. Pie, chips and freaking fish sometimes. If you want to have fish, it's got to be curried. If if you're going to have pie, have a sweet potato pie, because it's nice, although it's not very healthy. And if you're going to have chips, I'd have scallops. That's where you just chop the potato as it is. It tastes nicer than chips, although it is the same thing. But when it's cooked, it tastes different, if you get me. Oh well, it's been good doing this so far. I hope you've enjoyed it so far, and I hope you're coming back for the rest of the videos. Sorry some of the video recording wasn't the best, but as long as you hear what I'm saying, and obviously you will have to bear with me because obviously the medication makes me slow my speech, and then obviously I forget halfway through the stuff even though I know what I'm doing, because the best way for us to cook with our complaint is actually cooking by eye rather than cooking off instructions, because we'll forget what to do and just add the wrong stuff in. So if you cook by eye, you can't really forget, can you? Well, this has been Chef Epileptic, and I hope you've enjoyed the video so far, and more to come. See you around. Chef Epileptic out.